A boy walks into a painting. He climbs upon an old white horse. He rides along the rivers and the ranges. He's got no plan to reverse his course. He knows someone is in the distance. There's nothing he won't look behind. For a love so fine, like evening mist, that wants to be had and is hard to find. It wants to be had and is hard to find. Sometimes we're looking for bridges. Sometimes we find the rain. And I always thought that I would see you and hold you back in my arms again. Well, heaven could not help but notice such an innocent desire, and made a boat from a silver lotus, and called upon her finest choir. Then heaven sent her only daughter through the stars in the Milky Way. The boy was drawn to the edge of the water and saw the flower in the dawning day. He saw the flower in the dawning day. Sometimes we're looking for bridges. Sometimes we find the rain. And I always thought that I would see you and hold you back in my arms again. Man wakes up, he's been dreaming. He wants to hold on to where he's been. The morning light comes streaming through the window as he spoons the dream. He spoons till it's gone again.
The O Street Mansion and Museum would like to thank Bob Dylan and Spirit Investment Partners for their unyielding support and for their partnership. Proprietary blend of Heaven's Door whiskey. A toast to the mansion and the museum.
Butterfly Spirits. Sip, savor, celebrate any occasion.
Good evening. My name is Susie Markland, and I'm very excited to present Bruce Sudano and handsome Bill Kelly in concert tonight. Donations from this show will go to benefit the O Museum in the mansion on O Street. The O Museum's visionary and creator, H. Leonard Sparrow, and Ted Sparrow, president of the mansion on O Street, are two of my very favorite people. They believe that music, art, sports, and science have no boundaries, no lines between race, religion, and nationality, and that the arts provide an outlet to get thoughts and ideas into the open. They inspire us to be better people. The O Museum's Artists in Residence program welcomes creators from all walks of life, providing a safe space for them to create and then go out into the world and inspire others with their creative works. The Heroes program provides a haven for soldiers, service people, first responders, and all those who are giving of themselves to serve others. The spaces provided to creators and heroes are at no cost to them. We are broadcasting from the O Museum Safe House, where the most renowned hero, Rosa Parks, stayed for more than 10 years. H offered Rosa shelter after she had been severely beaten and had nowhere else to go. During that time, they became very close friends. To learn more about the O Museum and their mission, please visit their website, omuseum.org. Also, consider donating tonight to this one-of-a-kind organization. We need places like this. $20 is suggested. However, any amount will be greatly appreciated. You are also invited to a VIP green room session in Zoom with the artists after the show. I will post a link to register for this session in the comments. So, tonight I am presenting two wonderful songwriters that I truly love, Bruce Sudano and Bill Kelly. Bruce Sudano is a prolific songwriter. Not only has he written songs for his own band, Brooklyn Dreams, he has also written songs for artists such as Michael Jackson, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, and Donna Summer. His first song to hit the charts was Ball of Fire, who he wrote with Tommy James of Tommy James and the Shondells in 1969. Since beginning his solo career in 1981, Bruce has released one EP and 5 critically acclaimed albums, including his latest, Spirals Volume 2, Time and the Space in Between, which was released in 2020. He has another record I'm really looking forward to hearing, Ode to the Nightingale, which will be available everywhere October 1st. Now, not to be confused with other songwriters of the same name, Bill Kelly, also known as Handsome Bill, is a poet, singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer. Larry Campbell, who has toured with Bob Dylan and Levon Helm, said, Bill Kelly has the voice and pen of a true artist with a great sense of melody. Bill's songs and vocals and instrumentals are featured in numerous films and television shows. You may have seen and heard him and not even know it. Bill has released 4 noteworthy albums, with another one, Small World Big Band, in the hopper. I can't wait to hear when it's going to be released. It's another great thing to look forward to. So without further ado, ladies and gents, Bruce Sudano and handsome Bill Kelly.
There we are. All right, Susie.
Bravo, Susie.
Beautiful. Wow. Well, I'm going to just start off this and say welcome. Thank you, H and Ted, for creating the mansion and having this amazing place, and then inviting so many artists and so many different types of people across all spectrums and walks of life. The stories are extraordinary when you hear about things that have come through here, been created here, and given life to. So for me, it is a great pleasure, and thank you, Susie, for putting this together. And what a great intro. And so
I concur.
Yeah. I want to say something just before we start playing too. Just for me, it's just real exciting. It's been so great to reconnect with Bruce, who I met about 20 years ago when I was living in Manhattan. We had a mutual friend named Jerry Friedman, who was putting a project together, and we met and we did a lot of rehearsing. We did a gig, and it was
a great intro for me to become a group singer. You know, I'd been just a singer-songwriter guy, fronting bands, and it was my first real opportunity to sing harmony with great singers and really wonderful guys that had been to the mountaintop, as they say. So, and this has just been a really fabulous last 24 hours getting to reconnect with Bruce, and really, you know, we covered a lot of ground on the train. So.
We went up and down the ladder, yeah. Yeah.
We did. So, what do you have to say?
I have to say,
What do you have to say for yourself, Bruce?
I have to say that we've decided that in order to determine who will sing first, we're going to flip a coin.
Oh, that's right. All right, I got a coin here.
So it's heads sings first.
Heads.
I don't care.
Call it.
All right. Tails.
Tails.
So what does that mean?
Your choice.
Huh?
You sing first.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. I did heads or tails and I didn't even remember how it worked. It's your water.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so let's see. Where should I start? I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Some of you may know. And Brooklyn was a very formative place for me. But I've recently come to realize that I've been away from Brooklyn more than I ever lived there. I am that old, you know, and but I find myself, you know, at many nights in my sleep, I'm dreaming, and in my dreams, I'm in Brooklyn. And, you know, there's this part of my soul that aches for what that was. And but the thing about it is that you know, you go back there, and although the buildings are still there, and you know, it looks the same, it's just not the same because things don't remain the same. But you know, we carry those things inside of us. That's the deal. And so here's a song about that. Had a dream last night, I was back in the neighborhood, hanging with the boys in the band on the street. We were talking about moving to Hollywood, living from hand to mouth. We thought we had it all figured out, with nothing but a heart filled up with dreams. But I know now what I didn't know then. I know now what I didn't know then. There's this hipster cafe in the place where the butcher was, like the Champs-Élysées. Back in my old neighborhood, all my neighbors are gone, cashed out and moved away. Can't afford it anyway, no more. They got those same sidewalk cracks, same place that they used to be, but most everything else is just ancient history. And though so much has changed, nothing more than a memory remains. Just a memory remains. 'Cause you can't go home again. When you go, you're gone forever. Though you swear you'll never let it get that far. Oh no, you can't go home again. Keep reaching for something better. And remember, home is always in your heart. It's always in your heart. Oh. I got this place in my brain I go to every now and then, where I turn back the time to the secret place inside my mind. And I know it ain't true, 'cause those glory days are a long time gone. It's all a long time gone. You can't go home again. When you go, you're gone forever. Though you swear you'll never let it get that far. Oh no, you can't go home again. Reaching for something better. And remember, home is always in your heart. It's always in your heart. Oh, no matter where you go, it's not that far. Oh. And I know now what I didn't know then. Yeah, I know now what I didn't know then. Yeah, I know now what I didn't know then. You can't go back home again. Had a dream last night, I was back in the neighborhood. Back in the neighborhood.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Nice. Beautiful, Bruce.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, we were talking about Brooklyn, you know, what is it about Brooklyn? It is such a special place. Very, so unique. And I live in Tarrytown, New York, and I was telling Bruce that Tarrytown, I call Tarrytown Brooklyn for beginners. Because it's kind of like one square block of like a great neighborhood in Brooklyn. It's feel like a real neighborhood. So this song I'm going to do is I wrote across the street about 2 years ago. I started to write it about 2 years ago, and then I finished it up in February, around February, and right after it was done, it was called The Mask, and right after, pretty soon after, I started seeing all these masks.
You're such a prophet.
I'll tell your future if you ask, but there's some things you ought to know before we venture down this road. There's a lady I used to see, she taught me about the mystery, stole my car and took my cash, and left me in a heap of ash. Trail that never ends. But it's not easy to be an angel, 'cause you can't always be good, and you wind up incognito on the corner, misunderstood.
Right, exactly.
I'm up. What do I want to do? Okay. So like many of us, I've been concerned for our country. And we got to bring it together. So this is kind of like, I call it a warning. There's a reckoning. It's been coming down the line. For believing your own press, bridal selfishness, demons of deceit and denial. The undivided truth slipping through our hands, it's falling all in pieces on the floor. But if you're old enough to remember the incandescent sky, you recognize the dimming of the light. If we don't get back to the beauty of our elegant design, we're bound to die in the darkness of a starless, soulless night. American sunset. There's a poisoning happens slowly over time. It just seeps into the water, lambs to the slaughter. You don't even notice that you're dying from inequality and greed, partisan divide. The majesty is falling from our eyes. But if you're old enough to remember the incandescent sky, you'll recognize the dimming of the light. If we don't get back to the beauty of our elegant design, we're bound to die in the darkness of a starless, soulless night. American sunset. If we don't get back to the beauty of the elegant design, you're bound to see the dimming of the light. You're bound to see the dimming of the light. American sunset. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, is everybody awake?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's
You know any
You know-
jokes?
the funny thing, it's like it feels so true what you're saying, and yet when you go out, it's like we go out too, and there's you see, even just on the street today, I see some, a lot of anger sometimes, but but also just like a lot of people just like real friendly and
Yes.
one-on-one, and it's like we are.
Yeah.
There's so much goodness out there too.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Well, especially on the day after 9/11, when 9/11, we need to, the country needs to maintain that headspace in terms of caring about each other, and anyway.
Yeah, we can do it, and we do it, and well, one of the let's let's see. So we were talking about John Prine earlier. I wrote a song recently after we lost John, and I sang it here last time. I'm going to sing it again. It's called John Prine's Grave. Pulling into Tennessee, humming some old melody with a bunch of ghosts that won't behave, telling all their corny jokes and singing songs they wish they wrote, and leading me to John Prine's grave. I got Grandma's meatloaf recipe in the pocket of my Irish tweed as a humble token I could leave behind for a hero who was deputized to find so much meaning, like a missing piece of puzzle in my mind. We sang along for hours. He made songs like God made flowers. Now I'm rolling through the neighborhood trying to think of something half as good as folks sit on their porch and start to wave. I got a guitar full of old regret, so I'm gonna go pay my respects and sing a song at John Prine's grave. Sang along for hours. He made songs like God made flowers. I grew up in a small town where I learned guitar with the record player, and my grandpa was a carpenter too. Well, I used to hear him sing along till he flew to heaven on a song like an angel wearing wingtip shoes. We sang along for hours. He made songs like God made flowers. I'm pulling into Tennessee, humming some old melody with a bunch of ghosts that won't behave, telling all their dirty jokes and singing songs they wish they wrote, leading me to John Prine's grave. I got a guitar full of old regret, so I'm gonna go pay my respects and sing a song at John Prine's grave.
Yay, bravo. I love that. Thank you. I love that. Yeah. I was telling you last night about my friend Al Bonetta, who was John's manager, and all the great nights that we used to spend in Tennessee at Al Bonetta's ranch with Alan and Dawn and John Prine and Felix Cavallari, and I'd be sitting over in the corner just like, don't ask me to sing, please. Oh, but it was great, man. It was so great, and Al was great, and John was obviously great. So beautiful song.
I told her thank you. I told that story. It was like I met him one time outside of the Bluebird, and I had to go up and see. I had to say to John, I'm just a big fan, and I learned how to play guitar from that first Haystack record of yours, and he goes, "Oh, sorry, man." He was just he was a funny guy and such a genius. And anyway, but beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got, Cap?
I don't know. Let's see. So I just put out a new single that's coming off this that comes from this album that's coming out October 1st. just put it out with a video. I did this video in Italy with an Italian visual artist as a director, and it's got some really cool digital effects. And the song is called "In Shadowland," and it's all. I know what I'm saying and what I mean, but it's the kind of song that's kind of illusionary, and so I like to leave it up to the audience to create their own stories. And anyway, so let's see. All that is real to me, becoming who you pretend to be, the ghost-inspired fantasy, still an illusion, line drawn through reality, a call so loud it's deafening, the seed of possibility is crying for attention. Shadowland, where all the mysteries hide, and the soul of man can shine in silhouette, where dreams collide into black and white, in a light that burns brighter than fire. Spark into a flame, flame into a blaze, burn into the country of forever. Spark into a flame, flame into a blaze, welcome to the what is ever after, in Shadowland, in Shadowland. How we wound up here, a million reasons but not one clear, stranded out in the atmosphere, praying for redemption. Spark into a flame, flame into a blaze, burn into the country of forever. Spark into a flame, flame into a blaze, welcome to the what is ever after, in Shadowland, in Shadowland, in Shadowland. Thank you.
Bruce.
Thank you. Yeah. What's happening out in the real world?
Yeah. Saw Andy Gomo. You still in there? How about? I know what to do.
hotel is down the road. But you asked me if I want to go, and I should decline, but I'm on your line. I got no defense, there's no warning sign. Baby, it's a gamble, and a gambler never thinks he's gonna lose. So I'm taking all my love, and I'm putting all I got down on you. You coming close, you whisper yes, the silent fall, that pretty little party dress, and I start to drown, and I double down. I bet the house that you gon' stick around. Baby, it's a gamble. The gambler never thinks he's gonna lose. So I'm taking all my love, I'm putting all I got down on you. Started out chasing rainbows, fell asleep on a rainbow sea. Now I'm out here in the rain, just as lonesome as can be. Yeah, when the morning comes and I'm all alone, walking down that old cobblestone.
Yeah, Bill.
Well, I hock my rings and I hock my watch. I think about you way too much, but I roll the dice and I'm paying the price. And I wait for you here every night, and baby, it's a gamble. And a gambler never thinks he's gonna lose. So I'm taking all my love, and I'm putting all I got. Yeah, I'm taking all my love, and I'm putting all I got. Yeah, I'm taking all my love, and I'm putting all I got down on you.
Yeah, man. Blow that thing. Whew. That's nice, man.
Thank you.
That's a great
I
feeling.
I cut that song, about 7-8 years ago, and great version, very slow, like, there's a small hotel with Larry Campbell playing pedal steel, and it's beautiful. But then I just started playing around, and I just thought it could be a dance tune too, So
Yeah, no, that's a great feel. And with the harp, it's awesome.
oh, cool.
Melody sings. What do I have? What do I do? What do I want? I don't know. Let's attempt this. I have to put glasses on so I can see where I'm going.
Let's come to this, Bruce. I've got them too.
Man. Between it all. Anyway.
Yeah. But you get to tell the stories now, man.
Exactly.
We do. I
Yeah.
got a few too, but this guy's got stories.
So this is a song called "The Mountain," and it kind of came about this way. There was this person in my life that was afraid to pull the trigger. Was full of great ideas and go, and go right up to the starting line and just not be able to pull it and back off anyway, it led me to this. Everybody's feeling out there on a limb, running from the devil at the will of the wind. Stranded in the jungle, lives are on the line, overwhelmed by everything, and just not enough time. But you can't look at the mountain when you're reaching for the sky. Can't look at the mountain, it's always up too high. Cast a mighty shadow, lets no light into your eyes, when all you've got is faith to fly. Don't look at the mountain, or you won't make the climb. Oh no. Far too many frantic, stretched out way too thin, trying to stay above the water, it's always sink or swim. Feeling too much pressure, no one wants to drown, but it does no good to worry on your way to higher ground. So you don't look at the mountain when you're reaching for the sky. The only way to do it is one day at a time. Cast a mighty shadow, lets no light into your eyes, when all you've got is faith to fly. Don't look at the mountain when you're reaching for the sky. You think too long you can talk yourself out of anything. You think too long you can talk yourself out of anything. You think too long you can talk yourself out of anything. So you don't look at the mountain when you're reaching for the sky. Cast a mighty shadow, lets no light into your eyes. The only way to do it is one day at a time. No, you don't look at the mountain when you're reaching for the sky.
Beautiful, man. The story of my life. You're singing my song.
Man, capo tuning.
Regardless, it's great.
Thank you. How we doing out there in the real world?
Yeah. All right. Well, Susie wanted me to look at something on my phone. Susie says, there is the mansion here, and this is a great time to mention this. Is they're a non-for-profit, and they've been hit hard with the pandemic. They weren't able to. It's just been very difficult. Any business model that is built on getting people together, in a space, has suffered greatly, and the mansion is one of these places that's could really is the donation would be super helpful. Anything you could do, and also just to spread the word about the mansion, and you have to come if you haven't been here. well, then you don't know, because it's, you know, you tell people, oh, there's this place in DC, it's amazing, you can't believe how incredible it is and what they do, and the how much artwork and creative energy and music, memorabilia. It goes on and on and on, and they're like, oh, it sounds fantastic. And then they go, it's like, how come you didn't tell me that what's going on here? It's amazing. And they try to tell people. So it's it's sort of a phenomenon in the world.
It's called the Museum on O Street.
Yeah.
Oh, the O Museum.
The O Museum.
It's on O Street and 20th in DC. If you're in DC, it is everything that Bill is saying. And the other part of the equation of the artistic side of it all is that how it all ties into social justice and the politics of the DC area and the outreach and all the tentacles of all things that are important on multiple levels. So it's a place, to come, support and see, and because it's all good.
It really
is.
is.
It's all goodness.
So just you can donate, and you can definitely should come down too and see for yourself, because it's well, you just haven't lived until you've been to the mansion on O Street.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is it that we get to sleep in the Rosa Parks house?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway,
Let's
you're
do
up.
that song. All right. I'm gonna do this tune.
Going up to the mountain, closer to the sky, closer to living my best life, the one I've been dreaming, tempered in fire and loved into being with an aching desire, with that good life out there, it's out there somewhere, it might be round the bend, and I'm going after it, I won't be back till I got it in my hand. When I'm out on the highway and the moon's on the rise, I feel like I'm flying to some mysterious prize, with that good life out there, it's out there somewhere, I'm not waiting till the end, and I'm going after it, but I won't be back till I got it in my hand. There's nothing so holy than the stars in the night, and each one is calling to my own tiny light, and it starts me to reaching beyond my own shore, and keeps me believing that there's got to be more.
There you go. Yeah, Bruce was telling me with that earlier, so that's a nice little debut for you.
Yeah. I kind of remembered my notes.
Sounded good to me. How are we looking on time there, Izzy? I think we got another time for at least one more each.
Okay. Okay. So, Susie, thanks to Susie Markland for making all this happen, and all that she does for so many of us.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here, this is it's kind of like a 3-generation song. It's like I was getting phone calls from people, and they all were complaining about some other situation in their life. And I came to the conclusion that at whatever point you are in your life, there's always, as we all know, there's a challenge. So here we go. Sweet Savannah, she just turned 17. Her boyfriend's moving to New York City, tearing up her dream. Don't know if she can take it, make it one more day. But sooner or later we all find out life can be that way. Walking down the road, we're walking down the road. Who knows how far it goes? Walking down the road. Now Chase and Tessa, they got a couple kids. These days they don't get too much sleep at night, no. Oh, but that's just the way it is. They're dreaming with a passion, standing on the rock. And every day they give their all, everything they got, walking down the road. We're all walking down the road. Who knows how far it goes? Walking down the road. And we don't know about tomorrow. All we know is what we got right now. Right now. Right now. Walking down the road. The kids all grown now, everybody's raised. You worked a lifetime now, everything's almost paid. Seen a lot of sunshine, felt a little rain, but on and on and on it goes. It's always been that way, walking down the road. We're walking down the road. Who knows how far it goes? Walking down the road. Yeah, we're walking down the road. We're walking down the road. We're all walking down the road. Come on, we're all walking down the road. Woo! Walk on, walk
Mr.
on.
Natural. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you cut that?
Yeah, it's on Spirals Volume 2. It's got a great harp part of it. I should have had you. I should have had you come next time. It's gonna be you.
Don't let me down. I'm not gonna hold you to that.
Okay. Don't worry.
Somebody
was that?
laughing? What was that? Oh, it's on the street. There's
Fans.
people.
We have fans outside.
Security. Okay, well, we're doing great here. We have time for at least
Oh,
one
the
more.
thing is, if also there's a Zoom after this where you can
Right.
interrogate us if you're interested, and I think there's a separate link for that. But
Yes, there is. You'll see that there.
how about that? I remember that.
Well, as you know, more than me for sure, so many, but publisher meetings are always so blunt. There's nobody more blunt than a publisher.
Yeah.
There really
Yes.
isn't. And I had written this song, and it was called Where I'm Going, and I just thought that is such a boring title, and I
know
thought,
that
well,
dilemma.
I'll give it the title that inspired me. It was from a file from my mother-in-law that said, "In the event of my death." And I thought,
Oh yeah, that's a publisher title.
so it was like I was playing a song. It was called "The Event of My Death," and they'd all go, "Oh, come on." Where I'm going, can't get to on the railroad track. But when I go, boys, there ain't no coming back. I'll be down the line for a long, long time. There ain't much I can do about my leaving you behind. The next time that you see me, I'll be in that bright sunshine where they're dancing, laughing and feeling free, and they're singing that ragged harmony. Oh, and every night I gotta do a big surprise. I'm not gonna spoil it, my lips are zipped up tight, but you gonna look like you got two big sparklers for eyes. Where I'm going, well, you won't have to worry much about them people from the Westboro Baptist Church, 'cause they're too busy blowing gaskets. They're all walking right on past it, telling us where we're going when we didn't even ask it. Someone better call, because we're gonna need a bigger basket. Where I'm going, you never have to wonder why, and it's easy. Oh, it's easy as apple pie. Oh, that's sitting on a windowsill. Just grab one and eat your fill. Underneath that big old shade tree right up on the hill. And if a lady comes waving a rolling pin, just tell her to send the bill to where I'm going. Can't get to a railroad track when I go, boys. There ain't no coming back, I'll be long gone. So long, John. All my brothers and my sisters got to carry on. Do me one last favor and just try to get along. What? They came in from nowhere. They came in from out of nowhere. What happened here? It's so funny.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see some faces other than his.
And then,
Actually, we can't really see that many
it's like
faces.
an instant
so-
audience, just add people. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we're doing a live stream right now.
Yeah, and we're all doing it, but you're doing it as well. So
Yeah.
it's very cool.
And
Well, I mean, say hi, everybody.
Crashed it.
Totally crashed it. Like, that's the ultimate photo bombing. Live stream bombing.
So what? So how are we doing for time?
I think I got time for one more.
Okay.
got 15 minutes.
What's
Okay.
that? 15 minutes. Oh, we got
All right.
time for. You do one more, and then we'll do the. We'll do that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Or something.
So October 1st, I have a new record coming out. It's called Ode to a Nightingale. So come to find out, of course, that my latent Catholic school memory pulled out a title that belongs to John Keats. You know, the greatest poet of I guess it was the 19th century maybe.
Well, if you're gonna steal from the best.
Yeah, so and I thought at the time I was reading all these poems of Pier Paolo Pasolini, and he had all these references to nightingales in these poems. So I was like, well, that's where I must have pulled it from. But all that to say, that's the name of the album. That's not the song I'm singing. I feel like my skin is crawling. My emotions are on fire. There's this subtle vague uncertainty that's eating at me inside. In the cradle of the waiting, while the wind blows through the trees, there's this underlying tension and the wonder of what it means. Sail away. Is the old ship sinking? Sail away. Has it gone beyond repair? This I know. It gets hard to keep believing when everything you see is drowning in despair. We need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. It's a solitary season, suspended in midair, frozen, stiff and helpless, safe but a little scared. When the truth is smoke and mirrors, your vision goes unclear. You don't know what you can believe in, or who to trust out there. Sail away through the fog of stormy weather. Sail away on a restless sea of time. Gone too far from the shores of our salvation, too weak to make the changes, too slow to stem the tide. We need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. If you want to save a nation, if you want to live free, with a hope for a tomorrow, and a world that lives in peace, we need all hands. All hands on deck. Ah. Thanks.
All right.
So,
Sorry, is this is like the DC double decker bus stop, like you just get off at they had to have the busmen. Tell me, Rob.
Club showed up late.
That's so cool you're here. All right, well, I had, what should I play? To go ahead.
No, go.
No, what were you going to say? Let's see, how about, should we do, I think we have time for that. I think we have 12 minutes left.
Okay.
So I'll do one and then we can do that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right, this is a song about, having ADD. Not mine. My mom had it. She gave it to me. I gave it to my son. Right? So, anyway, it was over 7 years ago. I think it's not past the statute of limitations because we were trying to, for a while it didn't work out. The Concerta and the we had to clean the house, and my wife said, "Look, you guys are going out. You guys have to clean the house." And so I told my son and I said, "Look, let's just both take a Ritalin." And we took Ritalin and we cleaned the house like you would not believe. But this is about not being able to concentrate. It goes like this. It goes, Father Joe stood in the church and he explained to me where my soldiers might be going for eternity. And I should be more careful. That's what the Bible's there for. And then he started droning on and on about blah, blah, blah. I drift away in my mind. I can't concentrate for dreaming. Could you run that by me one more time? I can't concentrate for dreaming. In the morning I go off to work, riding down the highway. People darting in and out and yelling out of my way. Then someone raised up from behind. Her angry face reminded me of someone that I used to date, how it ended badly. I drift away in my mind. I can't concentrate for dreaming. I really dodged a bullet that time. I can't concentrate for dreaming. Well, at the party, all my friends were laughing. My buddy was on a roll, doing his impressions, parlor tricks, and telling jokes. He reached for me to kiss the ring. I found myself pretending that I knew what he was doing, but I'd been thinking about Father Joe. And I drift away in my mind. I can't concentrate for dreaming. I lose the thread and miss the joke sometimes. I can't concentrate for dreaming. Could you run that by me one more time? I can't concentrate
we said this earlier, but Bill and I haven't seen each other in 20 years. We knew each other briefly 20 years ago when we got brought together by a couple of other musicians to have to play a gig somewhere. And so we rehearsed a couple of times and did this gig. But while we were rehearsing, I guess one of the songs that we worked up was a song by the Delphonics called
Didn't I Blow Your Mind?
Didn't I Blow Your Mind? And we had a bunch of guys, and we were, it was really like kind of R&B, Philly R&B, and so early today we were reminiscing about that, and we tried to work up a two white boy version of the song.
Yeah, well, let's do it.
All right, come on.
And just real quick, thank you for doing this with me. I mean, having me on it, and it's been, it's so great to connect.
Yep.
And,
How long ago?
what's that?
How long ago did you reconnect?
Just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We met at the train station at Penn Station, and it was like, hey, he flew in from Milan. I came down.
Other shows locally?
No, he's going to LA tomorrow.
Yeah, we're we're just committed to this place, and we haven't done shows in a long time because of all the obvious situations. So this is kind of like a first jump back into the world. We got to go because we got time. Let's do the song as much as we can. This will be a good experiment. But anyway.
I gave my heart and soul to you, girl. Didn't I do it, baby? Didn't I do it, baby? Gave you the love you never knew, girl. Didn't I do it, baby? Didn't I do it, baby? I tried so hard to never act no lie. It seems to make you laugh to see me cry. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? I thought that heart of yours was true, girl. Didn't I think it, baby? Didn't I think it, baby? But this time, I really believe in you, girl. Oh, wouldn't you know it, baby? Wouldn't you know it, baby? 10 times so long as I walked out that door. To get this through your head, there'll be no more. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I?
I don't know if it blew your mind, but we got through it.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.
Right on, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and joining us. I was like, the songs were awesome. The whole show was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Susie.
Thanks, Sue.
Well, we're doing the green room now, right?
Yeah, we're going to the
Let's
green
do it.
room, everybody. So
Going to
if you want to go, there's links in the comments. You can ask these guys all the questions you want. I told them I had to answer all of them. So whatever you got, you can come to the green room and
And you're in the green room too. So it's like you can just ask questions.
ask questions and chat with you guys and have a good old time. And also, If you haven't already given a contribution, please do. The mansion's a magical, wonderful place. They do a lot of wonderful things for uh, musicians, artists, firefighters, just people in general. Go to their website and look at omuseum.org and to see their mission. They're really, truly fabulous people. And with that, we're going to sign off. And the song is going to be a song by Willie Cat, is a big Mansion supporter. We hope to see everybody at the Green Room. Are you ready?
Thanks, Susie.
Okay, I'm coming.
And you guys.
Early in the morning, sunshine warm and cozy, a gentle smell of roses fills the air. Love is magic, dreams transform the fabric with so many hidden doors, opening enchanted worlds to see. The spirit of the house is the spirit of her soul. On wings of angels, with a heart of gold. The sparrow of love to help heal the wounds with love. With love. With hope and love. Lady H moves with spirit and grace, longing to bring peace to those in need. Music and the arts bring together